Okay, so here goes hip mobility. So I'm going to do two sections, mobility first, then strengthening, because I think it'd be too much in one video. So I'm just going to go through the key stretches of the hip. So nice easy movements to get the hip loosened up. So to start with, in standing, and you can just do your nice gentle hip circles. So just 5 gentle hip circles on each leg. Good, and then the other side. So not just as big as you can. Try not to twist too much so they're hips doing the movement and not your body. If it's too much being up high, you can do the same movement down low. It will still open the hip. And then back the other way. So you're circling inwards this time. Good. Good, and then 5 on the other side. Circle in. Good, the next part is to stretch out the quads. So one of the quads goes across our hips as well. So if you've got a tight quad, it's going to pull you forwards and that's going to hurt the hip. So holding your ankle and pull the leg back. So heel to bottom. Hold onto the wall if you need to. If you can't get your foot all the way, then you just want to grab a towel or a dressing gown cord, whatever you've got, and you can put your foot onto that and pull it up using the cord. So wherever you feel that stretch, hold for 20 seconds and relax down, and then do the other side. So just pull it in as far as you can. Don't let the knee come forwards. If anything, take it slightly back and push your hips forwards. And relax down. You can do that twice on each leg just to make it feel comfortable. Then we're going to come down onto the floor. So the first one is just mobility for the hips. So you want to have your feet a bit wider than hip width apart, laying down flat, and you just take both legs one way and then both legs the other. So your feet stay planted and your hips just rotate in as much as they can. Good, so I'm going to just turn on the side just to carry on doing that one so you can see from a different angle. So both legs are going the same way as each other. Good, so 10 of those to each side. Then relax in the middle, feet flat on the floor, let's move my arms that way, and then just take the knees outwards. They're going away from each other this time, just to stretch down the inside or the adductors, and then back in, and then stretch out. To get more of a stretch, you can put feet together, so I'll do this on the angle again, so feet together, and drop knees outwards, and you can just sit with them out for a while just to let gravity help take them down, or you can even gently press them out slightly further, and then back in, and then back down again, as far as is comfortable. Good, another one like that. Good. Then you can cross your foot onto the opposite knee. Don't know the best angle for this. And then hug, let me do the other foot. Hug your feet, your knee inwards. So your hands are through the gap that's made. And then you hug the knee inwards. And that will stretch all of this area at the back of the hip. Hold for 10 on this one, relax down, and then go again, so 3 times. Relax down, and then up again. Good, and then obviously cross over and do the other side. You may find one side tighter than the other. This side is tighter for me. Good, relax down. In again. Relax down. And in once more. Good, relax, legs down. Next we're just going to do the basic hamstring stretch. So again, that's the back. That will pull your pelvis into a tilted position. So you just want to hold behind the knee and straighten the foot up to the ceiling, trying to get the leg as straight as possible. Hold for 10. And then relax down. Pull in nicely when you relax down, and then take it back up again. Again, you can use a towel around your foot instead if you want, if it's too much to hold on with your arms. Relax down and back up again. Good, and relax. And then swap sides. Hold behind the knee, take the foot up straight. Again, you'll have one side tighter than the other, that's perfectly normal. Just keep stretching. The hug in also helps stretch, so do that in between each one, and then take it up again. And in. And up again. So it's important that we stretch the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the glutes and the quads for the hip, and the adductors on the inside. So we do all areas of the hip to make it looser. And relax down. Okay, then we're going to come up onto our knees. Place one leg forwards and then lunge forwards. So you're pushing your hips forwards. You don't want to lean forwards or back. Your back stays upright and the movement comes from your hips. So the stretch will be down the front of this back leg. And this is a really nice hip flexor one. So Ollie, when you're tight from sitting at a desk all day, or anyone who's been driving a lot, this is the part that will really tighten up. Good, and then ease up. And then go again. Good. If it's too much for your knee, if you haven't got a particularly thick mat, we'll swap sides and push forwards. Then you can put a pillow or something under your back knee if it's particularly sore. If you're not feeling a stretch, you can take the foot further forwards and lunge in deeper, or just make sure you're pushing your pelvis forwards. Good, and then come back. And then go again. Really push into that stretch. Good, and then come back round. This next one is quite a complicated stretch. It's quite a deep stretch, so I'd only do it if you're not really, really tight, or if you're someone who's more flexible. Anya, you can probably do this one. Terry, when she used to come. So you want to put one leg forwards, so it's in front of you, and the other leg behind, and you're sitting down, so it's 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So your legs are 90, 90, and then you're leaning forwards over your front shin. Let me spin that round for you. So your front leg is at 90 and you're leaning forwards. Good, and then to swap over, so the legs at 90, 90 and you're leaning over the shin of your front leg. Good, and then to extend that stretch further, you can do a full pigeon stretch. So that's the back leg straight, the front leg bent, and then come forwards. So that's a full pigeon stretch if you feel like you need it. Then swap legs, so the leg tucks under at the front. Back leg goes straight. So you're in this position, and then you come over that bent knee. You spin slightly so you can see where we are. You just spin the other way, stay in that position if you're in the stretch. So front leg is in at that angle, back leg straight, and then you come over the front leg. And then back in. And that's all of your stretches for the hip.